What's up, YouTube? It's kind of a cold day. It's about 48 degrees. It's St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure who St. Patrick is, but anyway, I got my green hat on. Got my Dr. Pepper. Out here in the garage on a cold Monday, St. Patty's Day. Neighborhood dogs are going crazy. It's Mofo Driver. It's a cold Monday, St. Patty's Day. I'm in the garage. What up? What up? Looks like we got one person. Never bored S10 addict. What's up, brother? What you got going on today? Yeah, I got the notification for that video, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Jackson McCool, hello. Hello, Aliraza. Thank you, Jackson. I appreciate that. Ahmad, hello. Oh man, that sucks. JP Gaming, hello. Thanks for subscribing. Hot Wheel Guy, how you doing? So I'm just hanging out here in the garage on a cold Monday, St. Patrick's Day. I got my green hat on. I don't even know who St. Patrick is. Some kind of, I don't even know. You know, anytime I do these vertical lives, I always get one or two weirdos. Um, you just gotta ignore them. May God bless you. Thank you. God bless you. No, I'm not a biker. I owned a motorcycle briefly, but I sold it. They're just too dangerous. Yep, got the green hat on. Yep, that's right. Let them be weird. Yeah, I'm not even sure who St. Patrick is. I think he had something to do with chasing snakes out of Ireland or something. And I think he was some kind of was he a priest? I don't even know. I don't even know why we celebrate it because I don't even know who it is. Just like Saint Valentine. I don't know who Saint Valentine is. Whatever. My wife told me if I didn't wear green, she was going to pinch my butt. And then she did it anyway. Mopar Man, 1978. Hello, sir. Patron saint of Ireland. Okay. So was he a good guy or a bad guy? I don't even know what that means, patron saint. I'm not up on my Catholic terms. He was a good guy? Okay. So who is Saint Valentine? Does anybody know that? See, we got 7 people in here and only 3 likes. I would appreciate it if you guys would hit that like button as you wander in. It helps me out. So we can get our significant other stuff. Yeah. I need to figure out something I can work on out here when I'm doing these lives so I'm not just sitting. We're Irish on my mom's side of the family. Cool. I don't know what my background is. Really don't. Yeah, I'm sure it does help. What part of Michigan are you in, Frank? North of Grand Rapids. Okay. I've got a lot of relatives in Michigan. They're kind of all over the place. What keeps me motivated in my life? Um, my wife, number one. My kids, my grandkid. and God. Bills, yeah. That ain't no shit. I'm laid off right now. I've been laid off since November 30th. I do landscaping in the summertime. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it this year or not. I would say they'll probably be calling me anytime now, but I don't know if I'm going to go back. It's too hard doing that kind of hard labor out in the 95, 100-degree weather. It just like to kill me last year. Me too. I can handle the cold. I can get bundled up and be out in the cold all day long. But, I mean, when it gets so hot outside, you can only take so many clothes off. I just bought this, or actually my wife bought it online, this lawnmower. I put it together a few days ago. It was just over 200 bucks. Stick with your talents and skills and look for a job or go into business for yourself. Yeah, I painted houses for 10 years for myself. Jacket looks nice. Thanks. But this lawnmower, it is a, hold on. The brand is Scenics, I guess. Haven't used it yet. I haven't even put gasoline in it yet. But it's not metal. It's like some kind of plastic. So I'm anxious to see how it does. It seems to be pretty solid, but I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. Just don't hit anything that's not soft, right? I will definitely try not to. Drop my phone. Sorry, chat. Butterfingers. So I want to make a retraction from my last live. We were talking about beer. And I was trying to think of a certain beer that I really like. And I couldn't think of the name of it. And then finally I said, Meisterbrau. Well, it's not Meisterbrau. It's Lowenbrau. That's good beer. Meisterbrau's Panther Piss. Right on. Yeah, I painted houses for 10 years. Um, for 4 years, I was a janitor slash maintenance man at a truck stop. And then the past 2 years, I've been doing landscaping. As security officer, probably wouldn't be that bad. Did you like the security officer gig? Excuse me. Elko Ant, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Been food processing maintenance for about 12 years now. Maintenance manager for about 3. Right on. That sounds like a good gig. The house painting wasn't bad. It just got to the point around here to where I couldn't keep up with the bigger companies. I couldn't make enough. I couldn't get enough jobs to stay busy enough to keep the bills paid. So I had to go get a 9 to 5er. Seen my share of freak shows and criminals and everything else here in the area. Security was fun. So you was a bouncer? I don't know if I want to do that. I'm a little guy. Yeah, it is rough. I was able to do it for about 10 years. It wasn't too bad. Tell you the best job I ever had. I used to deliver school buses across the country. I did it for a place out of Richmond, Indiana. And they would send me to Ohio to pick up a school bus. Sometimes it was the big long school buses, the big flat nosed ones, and the long nosed ones. And sometimes it was the little shorty buses. But I'd drive one to, I used to go to Pennsylvania all the time, Nebraska, all up and down the East Coast. I was going to New York City 2 or 3 times a week. It just didn't pay that well. And my wife was home with 2 little babies and just didn't really work out. Blue Felix. I'm assuming they're on YouTube. I'll check them out. The temp right now is 48. What is it where you're at? $47. 17 this morning. I think early this morning here it was about 20. When we had that blizzard back in 1978, do you guys remember that? That was insane. Rob Zombie with Alice Cooper. Yep, I just saw them last summer. In September, my wife and I, we already have tickets. In Noblesville, Indiana, at Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center. We still call it Deer Creek. Willie Nelson Outlaw Music Festival. It's going to be Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan and several other bands. Oh yeah, that blizzard in '78 was crazy, crazy. Talking 12-foot snow drifts on the side of the road. I was 7 years old. But yeah, September. I'm not sure of the date. Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan's Outlaw Music Festival. It'll be my second time seeing Willie Nelson, and for Bob Dylan, let's see, I believe it'll be my fourth time seeing Bob Dylan. Yeah, man, he's getting old, but I'll tell you what, he never fails to bring it on stage. I mean, he walks out there and he picks up the electric guitar and he just starts freaking jamming. He's still got it, and he don't give a shit. He just does whatever he wants. You talking about Bob or Willie? Just saying, I was talking about Bob. Same with Willie. You've only been to Steel Panther at 20 Monroe. Steel Panther. Are they the like the '80s, like kind of like an '80s tribute band? Oh yeah, Willie's a great guy. Man, I've seen so many concerts. I couldn't even. There's probably some I've forgotten. Hundreds. Grateful Dead, Bob Dylan, um, Leonard Skinner, uh, Van Halen, '80s but dirty rock. Okay. See Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper. I can't even. I couldn't even name them all. Like I said, Hundreds of concerts. From little bitty clubs to big stadiums. '80s dirty rock. Do they do their own songs? Is it original material, or do they do cover songs, or both? Yes, I've heard of Electric Forest. We wanted to go to Electric Forest, but we've never made it. Have you been? Original. Black Oak, Arkansas. Blue Oyster Cult canceled. Huh. Electric Forest is a mile away from your house and it shakes your house. That's crazy. It looks like it'd be pretty wild. Looks like it'd be the perfect place to take some psychedelics. Shroomies. Man, if you're that close, you got to go check it out. Or is that not your thing? Man, we've been to so many music festivals, some crazy stuff. Boy, when Jerry Garcia was still alive, the Grateful Dead, oh man, nothing like it. It's like Hunter S. Thompson said, if the Grateful Dead's in town, I'll beat my way in with a tire iron if I have to. The specific trucks that drive by every hour for a week and a half. Yeah. Oh, septic trucks. Okay. Yeah, you gotta love them porta potties. No. Tylenol negative. You mean type O negative? I still haven't tried this deal that I got at the Mopar swap meet. He wasn't even in school yet. Oh, okay. But I bought this thing at the Mopar swap meet. It says it replaces 21, I think it said 21 different sockets. You just turn this deal right here and it adjusts. but I haven't tried it yet because I haven't had a reason to, or come across a situation where I needed to. I'm sure I will eventually. $5. It's the first Husky tool I've ever owned. Oop. $5. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Grateful Dead show, man. That there was nothing like that. Hello. Make a video testing it on random stuff. I don't know what I would. I don't know what I would test it on. It's supposed to be low profile and make it easier to get into some things instead of a ratchet because of how thin it is. I probably will do a video eventually if I can figure out something to use it on. Oh yeah, 50s, 60s, and 70s rock. Yep. I like so much different kinds of music. I pretty much like everything. The only thing I don't really like is that new country stuff. That stuff is garbage. You're familiar with Hank 3, aren't you, Jeremiah? I guess he plays metal now. If you guys don't know who Hank 3 is, that's Hank Williams Jr.'s son. He plays country. He plays a real nasty, like outlaw, hard country, anti Nashville establishment kind of country. I guess now he plays metal. He's got his own metal band. He's cool. Was on the 80s for a long time, but slowly stopped because it's repetitive every day with the same songs. Yeah, I like some 80s music. Like I said, I I like everything pretty much. I love the Grateful Dead, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, um, Ace Frehley, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. You saw Hank 3? Yeah, bet that was awesome. I like Fish. I like Bob Dylan, Bob Marley. I like some of the B-52s. I like jazz. Um, I love bluegrass. I like a lot of old school country, but that new stuff. What up, Tim? Yeah, reggae's good. Have you ever heard that song by it's uh it's Ziggy Marley and Woody Harrelson. You ever heard that song? It's called Fire Burns for Freedom. 162. What's up, sir? Yes, blues, absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, Jeff. Jeff did his first live the other day. That was pretty good. Yeah, I know all them guys. Peter Tosh, Yellow Man, and Burning Spear. Yep. They're good. You thought you was sub to who? 162? Yes, I have heard Hayseed Dixie. They do a bluegrass thunderstruck, don't they? YouTube has a habit of unsupporting people from people's channels lately. Why? All right. Thanks for stopping by, Frank. Have a good evening. Oh, okay. Tell you a really, really good band if you like bluegrass. Yonder Mountain String Band. When Jeff Austin was still with them, man, they'll blow your brain right out your ass when you see them live. No, we haven't had snow for, I don't know, 2 weeks. And the weather lately, it's been like it always is in Indiana. One day it'll be 76 degrees. The next day it'll be 36. The next day it'll be 50. And then 4 hours later, it'll be 30. '97th Regimental String Band. Huh. I will check it out. Excuse me. I've still got your kink down linkage, Jeremiah. If I don't end up using it, I will send it back to you. I don't think I need it, but I'm not sure yet. So, how close are you to having your Valiant on the road? Red-headed chicken in the background? That is Otis. Chick. That's Otis's wig. He likes to cross dress. He took his skirt off right before I went live. He was afraid you guys would make fun of him. Boom, baby. What's up, Bryce? Woo, woo. You're going to try to do another live soon? Yeah, you should. Right on. Life is pretty good, Bryce. Where do you work, Bryce? What do you do? A business analyst for Troy Group. Okay. Sounds like a grown-up job. Sounds like you got your act together. Kind of hard one to explain. Yeah, you don't have to. Whenever I see guys walking around in suits and carrying briefcases, I always think, now that's an adult. I'm just a kid. I guess I ain't got my shit together. A 53-year-old kid. How's your family, Bryce? Good. Glad everybody's doing good. Just had a father-daughter day today. That sounds great. Yeah, my family keeps me busy. I saw the Ghostbusters visited your house. Did they? Did they catch anything? I gotta apologize. I'm behind on videos. I'm subscribed to so many people. It's impossible for me to keep up with everybody's. But I eventually get around to watching them and comment, like. Yeah, it is tough. Excuse me. You know, when I named my car Frankenstein, at the time, I had never seen or heard of anyone else naming their vehicle Frankenstein, and I thought, man, this will really be original. And then after I did, I came across I Spider Garage, which I think was at the time was called Project Frankenstein. I was like, oh, there is another one. And then I saw another guy. He's got a truck, I think, named Frankenstein. So I didn't copy anybody. I had no idea at the time. I'm a huge Boris Karloff fan. He's my favorite movie monster as Frankenstein's monster. That's why I named this car Frankenstein's monster. I'm a huge horror movie addict. But I did not copy anybody. Like I said, I had no idea. And then I didn't want to change it, so I thought, who cares? That's right. You can't have too many Frankensteins. Morticia. Now that's a cool name. Love the Adams family, and I love that car and that bat hood ornament. That is bitchin'. Where'd you find that at? Yeah, I'm sure you'll think of something cool. A Halloween wreath? Really? Okay. That makes sense, Jeremiah. Like I said, I always try to keep up on commenting on videos, but sometimes I get behind and I get distracted. Sometimes I just have to force myself to sit down and not do anything else for an hour or two, but catch up on YouTube. I need to do that here in the next couple of days. Hey Bryce, I don't know how booked up you are on your game show that you do, but whenever you have an opening, I wouldn't mind being on another episode if if uh, if you'll have me back. But I know you're probably booked up for the next few. But just whenever, it don't have to be soon or anything. Have Ollie's add you. Okay, thank you. Right on. Yeah, that one I did, I was nervous. So I thought, well, I'm gonna drink 2 or 3 beers. I ended up drinking like 5 or 6. So I don't know if you noticed, but I was kind of drunk, and I won't do that next time. Yeah, whenever, it don't matter. We have 6 people in the chat. Okay, I got a question, chat. Who's your favorite Dracula? What's your favorite Dracula movie? We got the original one from the 30s with Bela Lugosi. You got Gary Oldman that played Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula. There have been a few. Christopher Lee from the Hammer Dracula movies. If you're familiar with Hammer horror films, Christopher Lee played Count Dracula. My favorite is Bela Lugosi. Then Christopher Lee. Then Gary Oldman. No Dracula fans? Yeah, I agree, Bryce. There's also the Count from Sesame Street. Can't forget him. Okay, I got another question for you, chat. Which do you prefer? You get up out of bed, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, you want something to eat. Do you want breakfast food like sausage biscuit or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit or pancakes and sausage? Or would you rather have a burger? I like hamburgers in the morning. I can eat breakfast food, but I always want a hamburger, whether it's from a restaurant or if it's cooked on the grill. I love a good hamburger. Steak and eggs or a breakfast burrito? Steak and egg, that would be good. Steak would be good for breakfast. I don't do that very much. I don't know the last time I had steak for breakfast. I had I cooked a couple steaks last week on the grill, and I think they're the best steaks I've ever cooked in my life. They were medium rare and they were absolutely perfect. Yeah, there are a lot of good Draculas. Otis back there says he likes French toast. I agree. It is good, especially the way my wife makes it. You don't even need syrup. What's my favorite Frankenstein movie? The original with Boris Karloff. There was actually a Frankenstein movie before that. It was made way, way back in like, I don't even know. I think it was like 1915 or something. You'd have to look it up on YouTube, but it's supposed to be like the first Frankenstein movie ever made. It's really short and it's silent. It's creepy. Um, but my favorite is definitely Boris Karloff in the original Universal, the first Frankenstein. And then Elsa Lanchester as the Bride of Frankenstein. Fantastic. What's your guys' favorite horror movie? Your favorite horror movie? Mine is the original Frankenstein, and then the original Night of the Living Dead. What's your guys' favorite horror movie? When I first watched Rob Zombie's Monsters, when it first started, I was like, what the hell is this? Then I watched it again, and I was like, okay, I get it. I see what he's doing here. Then I watched it a third time. Now I really like it. What's up, Adam? We got Adam from Hoosier Garage in the house. Whoop whoop. But yeah, I like the Rob Zombie Monsters. But the first time I watched it, I was I was just confused. I was like, what the hell? But it's cool. It's funny, and I like what he did with it. You know, he wanted to do it in black and white, and they wouldn't let him. So what he did, he was like, okay. He went the other direction. He made it as colorful and as psychedelic as he possibly could. Yeah, yeah. Bring Adam on the Hoosier Garage at the same time as me. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, he wanted to make it black and white, and they said no. I don't know who it was that made that decision. If it was exactly who that was, somebody that was investing or the studio. I don't know who it was, but he wasn't allowed to do it in black and white. So he said, okay, well, I'm going to make it as colorful as possible. That's why you see so many vivid purples and pinks and neon greens and bright lights. He said he thought if I have to do it in color, I'm gonna do it in color. I always tell people that have asked me about that movie, just don't go into it thinking that it's going to be anything like the old TV show, because if you do, you will hate it. I didn't see the live notice. I was out here tearing down the 360. Oh, that's all right. Shiloh loved it. Cool. Good. I was glad he kept it family friendly. I mean, I'm sure it would have been interesting to see what he could do with a rated R Monsters, but I was kind of glad he kept it family friendly. Just for that reason, that young kids could become Rob Zombie fans. Oh yeah, me too. I love the original Munsters. The Adams Family too, but the Munsters is better. What's up, bro? What's up, Beeb Muff? Weren't you in our last live stream? Someone asked me the other day my opinion on running zombies. I don't like running zombies. I don't think zombies should be running at full speed. Zombies should be their eyes rolled back in their head, bumbling around slowly, bumping into things. I used to watch that Walking Dead, and I finally just lost interest. It was just the same thing every show. How far did you get on tearing down that 360, Adam? I guess he's still in here. I don't know. Nice. Oh, you're taking it to a machine shop. Mopar Man 1978 says I also like oddball monster movies like Monster Squad, Fright Night, Phantasm, Bubba Hotep. Fright Night, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Hot Tank and Basic Machine Work. Boring. Did you ever get your hood and your trunk lid back yet? I haven't seen. I've seen Bubba Hotep. It was okay. I never really cared too much for Phantasm. Fright Night's cool. I don't think I've seen Monster Squad. Have you ever seen? Uh, since you bring up oddball monster movies, have you ever seen Frankenhooker or uh, Chainsaw Hookers or the Toxic Avenger? Oh, okay. I just asked because Angie said she saw that you were in Indianapolis for the monster truck show, so I thought maybe you swung by there and picked it up. Dark Shadows, wasn't that like a '60s uh, like a soap opera with vampires? I remember it being on when I was a kid, but I don't think I've ever seen a whole episode. Yeah. Right on. Are you still in the chat, Bryce? What's up, Tom? How you doing, sir? Oh, okay. I was just gonna say we were talking the other night about horror movies, and we got to talking about Night of the Living Dead. When George Romero, I don't, you may already know this, but if you notice on a lot of horror movies, um, somebody in the horror movie will be watching Night of the Living Dead. You see that more with Night of the Living Dead in horror movies than any other movie because when George Romero made that movie, he originally named it Night of the Flesh Eaters, and then he had it copyrighted. And after he had it copyrighted, he decided he wanted to change the name to Night of the Living Dead, which he did. But he had already copyrighted it under Night of the Flesh Eaters. So Night of the Living Dead is public domain. Anybody can use it for any reason. $60. Yeah, it was in the 50s here. Where do you live at, Tom? Yeah. Minnesota? I don't know if you've ever noticed, but some of my older videos, I have some Night of the Living Dead clips, and I never get a strike for them because it's not copyrighted. So, Tom, do you ever play in a band situation, or are you just a guy that sits at home and plays like me? I don't know if you saw Adam, but Bryce, I had asked Bryce about coming back on his game show, and he mentioned that maybe you might be interested on being on an episode with me. Is that something you would want to do again? Oh, I'm sure he'll probably want to do it, Bryce. I don't want to speak for him, but was in and out of bands for a long time. After my daughter was born, I kind of focused on family. Maybe sometime soon I'll get some guys together to jam. It's been a while. So, yeah, yeah, I haven't. I've never been in a band. I've I've been in, different situations over the years where I jammed with somebody here, and then I jammed with a couple people here and there, but I've never been in a band. All right, Jeff, thanks for tapping in. Adam said I probably can. Right on. Okay, Bryce, cool. Temperature must be dropping a little bit. It's starting to feel a little colder out here. My wife and I got our tickets for the Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan Outlaw Music Festival, which will be in September. But she wanted to get the tickets right away as soon as they went on sale because they're going to go up. When it gets closer to the event, they're going to go up. So we have our reservations. It's going to be Willie Nelson and Family, Bob Dylan's band, and then there's several other bands I can't remember exactly. Oh yeah, it'll be awesome. I've seen Bob Dylan several times. Always puts on a fantastic show. I saw Willie once. He was really good. Just found out Waylon was buried in Mesa, not far from me. Really? You live in Mesa, right? Oh, okay. Man, you should go check that out sometime and make a video. That'd be cool. That's what I've been wanting to do. James Dean was born in Fairmount, Indiana, which is less than 2 hours away from here, maybe an hour, hour and a half. And that's where he's buried. And we've been talking about going there sometime and make some video. But if we do, we'll probably wait until the James Dean car show. Then we can kill two birds with one stone. Waylon is your all-time favorite musician. That is awesome. Have you guys ever seen a movie called The Substance? It's almost brand new. Came out, I don't know, a couple months ago. What's my favorite concert I've seen? Oh man, dude, I've seen hundreds of concerts. I've seen so many concerts that there are probably some I've forgotten about. Um, all different genres. I've seen them in small clubs, in giant stadiums. A lot of different genres of music. I mean, just all over the map. But if I had to pick a favorite, which that's kind of hard to do, but if I have to pick a favorite, I would have to say the Grateful Dead. That is an experience. Back in the day, Hunter S. Thompson said, "If the Grateful Dead was in town, I'd beat my way in with a tire iron if I had to." What's your favorite concert you've seen? Your first concert was CCR? Wow. Bet that was a good one. What year was that? My first concert, it was after Fogerty left, but it was still good. Oh, okay. Not sure of the year. One of the best jam bands out there. Pink Floyd was your favorite. David Gilmour was amazing. Oh, I bet he was. My first concert, I was a little kid. I barely remember it. It was at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. Dolly Parton. And after that, I believe after that was Tom T. Hall. I was a little bitty kid and I got his autograph. He was sitting on the stairwell of his tour bus. Yeah, everybody loves Dolly. Her husband died. I didn't even know. How long ago was that? Tulu TV. What's up, brother? I don't know your real name, so I'll just call you Tulu. Oh, just last week. Okay. Wow, I didn't know that. She gives a lot of money away to charities. She has that deal where she has those kids books distributed to a lot of kids for free. My grandson got them for 2 or 3 years in the mail. He'd get one every month. Not a whole lot. Relaxing now. Right on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're getting up there. Yeah, she's cool. Yeah, Tulu TV, he had a real good live the other night. Unfinished project. What's up, brother? Noah gets the Dolly books. Oh, right on. Yeah, I liked your live the other night too, Lou, where you were talking about can you look at yourself in the mirror and see what you like, or like what you see. Sorry. Freezing. What part of the woods are you in? Unfinished. Yeah, it's starting to get cold here. It's gotten colder since I came out here. Sometime I want to do a live where other people can come on the live, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to put the link up there for people to click on. I've never done that before, and I don't know how to do it. Does anybody else know how to do that? Oh, you have to use StreamYard? Okay. Or the Go Live Together feature. Huh. Life with Chevy Addict. What's up, brother? You have to do it at the start, and you can add one person on the YouTube version now. Oh, cool. You're in Tim's neck of the woods. I don't know where Tim lives. I can't remember. Tim lives in Delaware. Okay. That's right. I knew that. Yeah. East Coast, Mid Atlantic. Yeah, we're going to see the Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan Outlaw Music Festival in September at Deer Creek in Indianapolis. It's Bob Dylan, Bob Dylan's band, Willie Nelson and family, and then there's 5 or 6 other bands. I can't remember who they all are. It'll be a good time. Be a lot of people smoking up out there. I know I will be. There's a venue in Indianapolis, in Broad Ripple. It's called the Vogue, and they're real strict about people smoking dope in the concerts. But I've heard that when George Clinton comes and plays there, that his whole band is up on stage smoking, and when the security guards try to bust people and throw them out of the club for smoking, George Clinton tells them, leave them alone. And then they just leave them alone. First time going live? No. This is probably my, I don't know, 9th or 10th time. Is that what you meant? Is it my first time going live? Sometimes I'm sitting in my car, or sometimes I go out walking and I live stream while I'm walking. I just got a notification Elko Ant is live. He was just in here a few minutes ago. So we were talking horror movies. What's your all's favorite horror movie? I like horror movies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Don't care for too many newer horror movies. There are a few exceptions, like Rob Zombie's movies. I like his movies. There are a few newer ones here and there, but most of them that they make nowadays are just unwatchable. Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Vincent Sparacha, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the scariest horror movie ever made, in my opinion. It's a good one. My favorite is the original Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. Large Marge, yeah. Frankenstein and the original Night of the Living Dead. And then you got the other old Universal horror movies like Bride of Frankenstein and Phantom of the Opera, The Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I also love Hammer horror movies. If you've never watched any Hammer horror films, you ought to check them out. Remember Farmer Vincent? Human Chili? No, I don't. I haven't seen that movie for a long time. Are you talking about Pee Wee's Big Adventure? All right, guys, I'm past the hour and a half mark. I think I'm gonna call this one quits. Guys, thanks for everybody that stopped by, hanging out in the garage with me. Appreciate you. Everybody, hope you have a good evening. Be safe. Stay warm. Love, peace. Boom, baby.